Metroplex issue and the issue that we briefed you on several times. So just a status update as to where we are and what's transpired since we last brought this to you. The FAA has actually looked at 6 different options pertaining to the departure procedures, and as you recall, the issue was that movement of the waypoint as part of Metroplex that was causing turns that are now in different areas and impacting communities such as Encino and Sherman Oaks. All 6 of those options would require a waiver to safety standards, so they went back and looked at what they could do with those 6 options, and they came up with a hybrid option that really combined elements of those 6 options to see if there was a way that they could get that blessed by the folks at the FAA. This is now being reviewed by senior leadership in the Flight Standards Service. That's kind of the next step of reviewing these options to see if there's a possibility they can go forward. This option would also require a waiver, but it is an option that is in effect in Washington, D.C., so there's some precedent for a similar type option. So they have hope that there's a possibility that this could be accepted. They've also looked at safety data, and a lot of these issues pertain to safety and the criteria that they've developed as a result of these new Metroplex standards. So that's been presented to Flight Standards as well. They're, again, reviewing this hybrid option, and they're expecting to provide feedback in the next couple of weeks. So we're looking to the FAA to give us an update on that, hopefully in the next few weeks. If Flight Standards is supportive, then it would have to go through a procedure modification process. We will certainly let you know if that's the case. If the Flight Standards Service raises concerns about this hybrid option, FAA will come back to us and let us know what other next steps might be available and what we might be able to do. So right now we're really in constant contact with the FAA. They've been really good about keeping us up to speed, really every step of the way, all of the things they're trying, what the reactions have been, trying to be creative and coming up with solutions. So we are optimistic as we continue to work for them that they are taking this seriously and trying to really work with us to find a solution. But we will, of course, keep you updated as we hear information. I'm happy to answer any questions.
What's the waiver of safety standards?
So when you do options, and I don't know all the technical details, but when you, they have certain criteria that they have developed as part of the Metroplex project. Things that are different from those criteria, they have to get a waiver, basically, to say that they are okay, they meet all of the safety criteria. And that can be how quickly they rise in altitude, what the trajectory would be, how steep that is. All of those things are taken into account. And you know, that's something that they look at as part of this whole process. So it's a pretty rigorous process. They looked at the data surrounding it, they look at what the criteria is, and they look to see if there's maybe a waiver that can still be safe but can address some of these issues. So that's why this takes